Welcome to the No Manga Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name's Rick Beta. You can follow along on social media at Rick Beta, RICKBATA, or email the show nomangapodcast@gmail.com. I'm a little tired today, I'm not going to lie. My son was like, hey, Dad, 2 a.m., World Cup, you in? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we were like, I knew he wouldn't be able to stay up all night, so I'm like, all right, well, we'll set an alarm, okay? Yeah, so that happened, and, we both kind of ended up in the living room. He fell asleep on the couch, eventually went back to his bed. I fell asleep on and off, on the couch, and, I caught the game, caught the match, and it was cool because I actually got to, well, not cool because of the outcome, but I woke up right before the PK started, so I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm glad my body clock, it was meant to be, but, it wasn't meant to be for Team USA. So anyway, yeah, I'm dragging a little bit. I'm like, why did I do this? Why was I up to 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, and then went back to bed, try to get a couple more hours of sleep in? Anyway, and it's my last weekend of summer break, I should say, officially over. That's right, I'm back to the grind tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, where to start? I guess, many of you know I'm a huge fan of the Out There series from Thrasher Magazine. And I clicked quick fast when I saw they dropped this one with the skit man himself, Grant Yansura. Hell yeah, watch that. And I'm going to spend, the 21 seconds of my life watching it and loving it and consuming anything with his name that is attached. Of course I'm going to do that. I think I watched it, 3 times now? So good. The first 2 minutes right there, they were good enough to get me hooked. How he kind of ended up where he is. That you basically can cue up that, Talking Head song, That's exactly what happened to Grant. He's like, how did I end up here? It's like, he didn't plan on it. He started skating to skate, not to become a filmer. He didn't become a filmer to become an owner of a skateboard company, but that's where we are. That's where he is. And we're better off for it. It was all meant to be. It was all in the cards, man. The universe, it was aligned. That was his arc, And I like how it all went down. That was your density, Grant. Destiny. But I do appreciate his honesty, though. Because, deep down inside, even with this video, it's like, how did I do it? How did this happen? He knows deep down inside he's got a pretty rad gig. And it looks like a pretty fun and awesome life, it looks like he has fun, and that's what it's all about, right? Yeah, they say if you have fun at your job, you never really are working, right? Or whatever that phrase is. I'm trying to talk about. I'm a little tired. But I had to do my first pause moment at the 2-minute mark, right when he was kind of going through his the bottom row of his movie and DVD and VHS collection. I had to zoom in on some of those bad boys. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of skate videos in there and a lot of Hollywood movies too. I saw The Sandlot, which of course influenced one of their skits back in the day. Classic movie, of course. I also saw some really good gems in there as well as that I wonder if we'll eventually get a nod for a future weekend skit or not, maybe not. Either way, there are some damn quality movies in that movie collection. I'm talking Garden State, Grandma's Boy, Dodgeball. All I have to say is I was immediately thinking, Grant, I know we've never met, but did we just become friends? Not best friends, not putting pressure on us, that kind of pressure, not the awkward kind of stage. But friends, because I love those 3 movies as well. Especially Garden State. Don't hate on that movie. Don't even. I've seen it, and if you hated it, watch it again. Maybe you'll have a change of heart. Maybe you were grumpy at the time, and maybe you were just in a bad mood. I loved it. I saw it in the theater. I legit walked out a changed man. That movie just impacted me in just a weird way. And there's only maybe 3 or 4 movies that I felt that way walking out of the theater. Normally you just walk out, you're like, yeah, it was okay. I walked out of there going, wow. I kid you not. I don't know what it is about that movie. It just clicked with me, The soundtrack, and I'm constantly quoting it. So many one-liners in there. The pulling of the ears. There's so many good moments in that movie. And then Grandma's Boy, of course, and Dodgeball. Those are no-brainers. If you're into comedy or skits or anything like that and have taste, talk about quoting one-liners. I'm constantly quoting those movies as well. Classic movies. And yes, I'm not really excited about the dodgeball sequel. Got to be honest. I'm still getting over the pain and trauma of what they did to one of my favorite comedies, and one of my top 5 comedies of all time, Dumb and Dumber. They Dumb and Dumber 2. Yeah, and I introduced Dumb and Dumber to my kids recently, and we, of course, we haven't watched Dumb and Dumber, the prequel, but watched the first one. The kids loved it, and my son's like, I want to watch the second one. I'm like, no, okay, I guess you have to get this through. You have to go through this and experience it. And I watched it with them. I was like, damn, my son, this is not funny. This wasn't. Dad doesn't think this is funny. So just note to self there. Really left a bad taste in my mouth. Can you tell? So don't mess it up, people. Don't mess up that dodgeball sequel. But anyways, I hope to see some skits from those movies in the future. And maybe they have already done it, and I've missed out. So I'll have to kind of circle back and make sure I haven't missed any. So anyway, but yeah, anyone that has Garden State in their movie collection, they're good peeps in my eyes. Good peeps. I love the backstory and, sort of the genesis on how, the Weekend name came about, from Weekend Taj, dropping the E's, of course. But, oh, God, I was literally laughing out loud at the banana peel clip. 344. I'd never seen that before. Never seen it before. Maybe that's why it caught me off guard. I mean, at first I was wondering the same thing. What the hell are you doing? That's a banana peel. And then I thought it was kind of like genius, right? Bananas are supposed to be slippery. I mean, they are in the cartoons, right? And they are in Billy Madison. So why not banana a rail? It'll make it slippery, And then, of course, he did. And then he did the classic plant, right? Throwing the said banana peel onto the ground. We all know what happens next, right? We've seen it a million times in cartoons. But when he slipped on it, I'm laughing just talking about it. When he slipped on it, I honestly didn't expect to laugh as hard as I did. I mean, part of me thought, did he really get hurt? I mean, he legit slipped on it. He made an effort to slip on it, too. I think what he stepped over, right? He stepped over his board to slip on it, I think. Timing of the whole thing was perfect. And I honestly, I must have rewinded about 8 times. Laughing so hard that my cat, Charlie, was staring at me like, what the hell are you on? Banana peels, Charlie, banana peels. That was perfect, though. The payoff, the slip, the thud. The thud, it sounded so real, right? Thud. And, of course, the classic run away from an injury, right? You get hurt, you just run it off. It'll go away. You just keep running, man. Ouch town population, you, bro. That was hilarious. See, I'm a simple man. I enjoy all types of comedy, old people falling, banana peels, all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it's, it's obviously the most common and dumbest ideas that get the biggest laughs from me. And obviously that banana peel just got me. I was in the right mood. I wasn't too tired. And I'm probably, the only person in my inner circle that loves, spoof movies. I don't care. Sue me. Sue me. Love the beef section. I love how he questioned whether or not, he had any beef in the past. So, I don't know. Even in the present and even in the possible future. But we all know it was legit. The moment I knew it was legit beef is when his voice cracked, when he said it. Yeah, of course it is. It was real beef then, dude. And not only that, he went on to explain, said beef. And I think you answered your own question during that as well. It's like, do I? Damn right you do. To Brad Stabus, beef, though. I think I maybe heard about that, but I don't remember seeing that video. That was classic. And to record the call, genius. That was smart and safe. Talk about CYA. I think he said that he almost got beat up at a friend's wedding, right? Brad's like, what, you want something? What are you looking at, punk? Stealing my crew? Stealing my guys? Why don't we move some furniture around? I could picture Grant saying, I didn't have that on my agenda today to move furniture around, but if you want, I guess. Jason Levy, Grant, that'd be fun. Can we still make that happen? Who has Dana White's number? Nate Diaz and one of the Pauls fought recently, so that'd be fun, Can make it happen. And the Greco one, hilarious. Gotta respect the hammer, man. We all know that. You should have known that. And you can't blame it on the soju. You know, this just brought it just brought it out of you. The thoughts were still there, just released into the wild, like via the clear and colorless distilled beverage that you consumed, that you imbibed. And it's crazy how like his film school experience was similar to mine, because I too like Joe Dirt, and probably was the only one in my graduating class that respected the mullet, the Malay. Joe Dirte for the win, hell yeah! But that was funny though. Yeah, I remember all these my fellow students were like, "Oh, have you seen this movie or this movie?" I'm like, I guess I haven't really. Or this one's the best movie of all time. But yeah, Joe Dirt though, man. Why are you looking at me like that? What? I like that. I like that movie, man. And it was at this moment when I said to myself, I know we don't even know each other, and that I thought earlier and whether or not we could become friends or not, but did we just become closer friends? Joe Dirte. We both like Joe Dirt. We have that in common now. I'm not trying to make this awkward at all. I have no problem talking about what's on my mind. That's why I have this microphone in front of me. This right here. I'm not trying to make it awkward at all. But I know there's a reason why I love this damn, skitboarding company so much. The next thing you know, I'm going to find out he's a big fan of Leslie Nielsen's. R.I.P., of course. Oh, and I do agree that Jordan, he should be an actor. He's got that it. He's got the it, and I think it will happen. It's only a matter of when, not if. Maybe I'll write a spec script, with him as the lead. Yeah, I think about it. I'll see what I can do. Let's make it happen, universe. Slide into his DMs, be like, hey, Jordan, got a script for you, dude. You are the lead. You're the star. You can improvise as much as you want. Yeah, Grant's going to direct it. Hell yeah. Of course, got to wait till the writer's strike's over, right? And we can still write it, but, can't pitch it. Hopefully that ends soon. That's crazy, but like I said, this is not a movie podcast, but craziness. Hopefully that ends soon. But those writers, they got to get paid. I know the struggle. I know the grind. Pay the writers, damn it. Residuals too. Talk about AI. Okay, I'm kicking away this soapbox here. I guess speaking of actors, I do agree that the majority of skaters are not good actors. It's expected. I never assume it. Every once in a while we will get someone like Jordan that can and assume that he can do it all. Part of the reason why I never got past the first, act in Street Dreams, the acting. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. Still haven't finished that movie. Maybe one day. But yeah, actually, probably not. No gracias. But this Out There was so good. Watch it tomorrow if you haven't done so yet. Watch it while I'm at work. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I want more. Can we get a part 2? Quote, more Out There with Grant? Worst case, say you hate weekend skateboarders, you have to at least tune in to find out Grant's 10-year plan. Let's hold him accountable to that and follow up with him in 10 years. You've got this, Grant. You've got this, man. And was that comment you said at 20 minutes, 38 seconds in a potential shot/beef attempt? I was like, oh, snap. Oh, wait, did his voice crack during that comment? I can't remember. Ooh, I have to go back and watch it, but I don't think it did. But all you have to do is when you hit 50, channel your inner Ron Allen and spin it like this, okay? So say, when you're 50, think of me. I won't judge you, man. Just make sure you pay attention to where you are pointing the camera. And take it easy on any zoomy zooms. Yeah, I went to film school. That's what they call it, zoomy zooms. And then you'll be all good. Just watch those, man. It won't be weird. It won't be awkward. No one will even question your age. So are you a fan of weekend skateboards? If not, why not? Why the hell not? I'll put the link in the notes below. You can check it out. It's going to be another hot day in San Jose. Talking 90s, dudes and dudettes. And that's hot for San Jose. I know some of you are all like, yeah, well, I live in Texas. I live in Arizona. What are you talking about, Rick? You're a baby. But 90, that's pretty hot, man. I don't know how you guys do it. All right, what's next? Battle of the Barracks 13. Hear me out. Hear me out. Andy Anderson versus Tori Pudwill. Length equals 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Ruh-roh. I knew right away this was going to be an uneven fight, and I was leaning all my weight towards Andy Anderson. Andy Anderson with the decision before I even clicked start. I'm not trying to disrespect Tori. If it would have been 8 minutes or longer, I would have said it would have been Tori moving on to the next round. But 5 minutes, that's not good. That's not good. Andy won the Rochambeau. He went with Rock. And went straight for Tori's throat. Like, with a bean plant 360 varial finger flip. Yeah, I had to write that down because I couldn't remember that. That's too much. Too much to say. You think Chris Cote could say that live on air? Plant 360 varial finger flip. Bean plant. Oh, I forgot the plant. Bean plant 360 varial finger flip. Everybody's like pulling out their whistle from their pocket. It's like, damn, Andy. You didn't want to save that one for the end of the match? No death blow concerns on wasting your death blow? I guess speaking of death blow concerns, isn't it interesting that his DB trick backfired on him? I mean, they did a whole video on it. And at one point, they say, you know what, you can't use this, right, Andy? I hope you know, right? But it was funny to see that Andy, he didn't listen to any of the rules beforehand. He's probably the one, and you probably are too. Don't even lie. I've done it before too. You probably skip over the rules part of the videos, right? That's Andy's like next. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, skips ahead. Yeah, I know the rules. But you don't, Andy. You didn't. Or you just choose not to listen to him. Maybe it tells us that Andy doesn't give any F's about the unspoken rules as well. No kick flips to start with him. Andy's gonna do what Andy's gonna do. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm surprised he didn't talk in first person. Hey, Andy's gonna do whatever the hell he wants to do. May God have mercy on your soul, Barra. I'm writing the rules. I wasn't waiting for him to bust out with like a multiple manual on his very next attempt. And then he might be shocked that he heard a whistle being blown. Like, what? I can't do multiple manuals? When did this happen? Who writes the rules here? However, when he had to start over, he did what most of us do. Started off with a kickflip. There you go, Andy. Yeah. And then he proceeded to bust out with an old school heel flip. They should have cut to Tori's response first. Just to zoom in on the eyes. Talking about zooms earlier. Yeah, zoom in on his eyes then. If we could only hear what he was thinking about right about then. Oh, damn. We all knew the craze was coming. And I agree. We just didn't expect to see it so soon. Maybe not the first attempt. Maybe not the third attempt or second attempt, depending on when you count it. And it was straight up gangsta. Tori almost had it, though. He over-rotated it. Over-rotated it. Jeez, that's a mouthful. But he almost had it. Old school heel flip. I've never tried those. I'd probably try them on a freestyle board, if anything. But you want to know the moment that Andy truly got into Tori's head was for that ollie kickback. That caused some uneasy thoughts and synapses in Mr. Pudwill's head. He was losing his damn mind. He's all, really, Barra? You pair me up with this guy? And you want to know how I could tell? How that's straight fact that he was thinking that? Right at 3 minutes, 48 seconds, That right there. I'll give you a nod, Andy. I'll give you a nod to Peralta. Look at this. I got moves. I'm sophisticated. I'm cultured. That was the moment we lost Tori for a little bit, though. He just kind of snapped. He probably blacked out then. He's like, he looks around like, whoa. Even though they put the question mark, what? What happened to Tori? Tori, are you okay? They're like shaking him. Snap out of it, dude. Surprised he didn't focus his board after that and just kind of move on, But he was rubbing it in Andy's face at that point. He's like, I see you. Look at me. I could do your silly tricks too. I like silly tricks, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. They shouldn't be in battle with the barracks, you know? He's like, I can do them too. Catch me outside, bro. You know he's tempted to say that too. Let's do some long ass backside tailsides, huh? Double A, huh? Let's do some board slides near fountains with wet wheels, huh? But yeah, you could tell it was at this point in the match where Tori just checked out. He's like, I'm over this crap. Get me out of here. Oh, man. It's funny. I take my own notes, but I still get caught off guard because just the sequence of events sometimes. So the very next trick, Andy busts out with his death blow, aka a wet stop, which I had no idea that's what it was called. I guess it makes sense if you like you ride over some oil. Maybe it'd be easy to do that. You know, wet stop. But that's when I started laughing out loud, and I'm glad I wasn't alone. It's like, dude, he had to be called out again, and rightfully so. They're like, whoa, wait a minute, wait. Probably didn't want to throw that trick in a game of skate. That's just me. Just saying. Like I said earlier, they actually made a video on it, death flow video. I wouldn't have added that. Wouldn't have used that. But it didn't matter, right? Because he turned right around, whipped out a front foot impossible for the dagger. Game over. Thanks for coming. I didn't even need to see Tori try it. No, like I said, no offense, Tori, dude. I could have stopped it right there. It was over. But he got his 2 tries. Over. Quote, yeah, I kind of thought this is how this is going to go. Unquote. Yeah, we all did. We all did. And I knew that like 5 minutes and 13 seconds ago. This thing was over before it even started. So way to go, Andy. I'm curious to see how far he gets now, you know? And which tricks will he bust out and when? Maybe he'll go like opposite of this round and start with a front foot impossible for his next round. You know, that even then it's like, damn, dude, okay. You're not messing around. Followed by maybe a switch wet stop. Ooh. Kind of attempting to sneak that one past the judges again. Well, no, I don't know what you're talking about. It's a switch. Then maybe he'll do like a hang 10 nollie hard flip. I don't know. Who knows, man? But you know me, I'm a fan of Annie's, but seeing it's kind of seeing him in this contest is kind of different. You know, it has a different feel to it, you know, and I kind of like a feel like he has the goods to take down Jamie Griffin should he win the Rochambeau, right? If he's on offense only. But that would cause a lot of people to throw things at walls, you know, a lot of broken walls, stuff being thrown. Can you imagine that as a final? It would be kind of hilarious, though. But yeah, are you following along with the Battle of the Barracks? Is around in season 13, lucky number 13? Because if not, you are missing out on some quality content. If what I haven't been talking about the last few minutes doesn't motivate you to check it out, you don't have to watch them all. Just watch the funny ones. Because this one was freaking hilarious. Seriously, I cannot wait to see what he surprises us with next. That's the thing. You don't know what he's going to do. Gosh, I can see it now. He comes, this is kind of extreme, but I just thought about it too. Say he comes out with a blunt steel rail over his shoulder, you know, kind of like almost like a joust, coming out, pushing. He pushes and pushes. And then he tomahawks the rail. You can just they can even slow it down, kind of spin slow-mo. And while it's spinning and flipping in the air, he nose slides it as it falls to the ground and ends in a nose blunt slide. I could picture him busting that out. He's like, what? You guys can't count that? Put the damn whistle back in your pocket. No, let me watch you do it. Put it back. This is my contest now. I'm the captain now. Where's Barra? I need to speak with your manager. Bring Barra out now. I'm not going to do anything else. No more tricks from Andy. Serious, though. If you watch any of the contest rounds, that's the one to watch. But then again, his upcoming one is going to be good as well. Can't wait. Excited to see another episode of This Old Ledge. Yeah, I watched it. Ted Barrow's, having an amazing last few weeks. Can't wait to see what's next for him in the series. No DB contractors were harmed during the Pier 7 episode. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. It was close, but they escaped. So it's good to see another one of those episodes. Who else? Ryan Sheckler has been having amazing past few weeks as well. I watched his Rolling Away documentary. And if you've been following along the past few days, you probably know that it's not a spoiler when I say this. Ryan rolled away from that tail drop kickflip. I think I talked about it last week, right? But that was 47 minutes of time well spent. I just had to watch it in 2 parts, I think I had to make dinner or something, So I actually ended up didn't really feeling that long, but it was nice to see Klay Thompson in there. I know they're good friends, he had good things to say about Ryan. What's up with you, Klay? You got any tricks in your hidden tricks in your bag? I bet he's good for he's good for a frontside 180. Seems like a good he seems like a non-skater front 180 kind of guy. Except it's like one of those front 180s that only goes like 170 degrees and he kind of finishes the rest. That's what I could picture Klay doing. But I bet she's got some tricks in his bag. He had to get some tips from Ryan. Rock the fakie. Yeah. Shout out to Klay. Can't wait for this season to start. Let's do this. But there were so many heavy hitters in this documentary. Lots of them, I guess lots of respect, I should say, thrown Ryan's way. Selema, what he had to say was spot on. But you know what I didn't need to see and hear, though? Knees getting drilled. Especially since I'm dealing with some constant knee pain at this point. I didn't need to see that, Ryan. I know you have doctors on standby with 8-inch drills, but you could have just described it to us. You could have said, yeah, I just had ACL surgery. Yeah, I just had open drill surgery. I bet he just has to send a text emoji to his doctor with just a drill bit. It's on. No other word said. Drill bit. Come at 9:30, please. I'll be there. But that thing was huge. It's like, let's play a game. It was like Saw 10's coming out recently. They probably have a moment in that movie. 9 to 10 inch drill bit going in someone's knees. I'm smelling now like I would. I wonder what it smells like though too. Ooh. Ugh, okay, I need to stop talking about it. But yeah, like I said, you could have just described it to us, man. We know you had surgery. We know you made a comeback. But there's been a lot of Ryan Sheckler the last few weeks. And you know what I always say when that happens? Very interesting. Very interesting. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year. If you get what I'm saying. And finally, got word that longtime listener of the show, Riley, is needing all the positive vibes and or prayers, sent his family's way as his brother, recently took a nasty fall while riding his, electric skateboard. Actually, it was a one wheel. My cousin has one. I think I've talked about it before. I've been on record stating that any electric skate product just scares the crap out of me. I don't like the feeling of not being 100% in control just because you're relying on the technology, But either way, moving forward, if I hop on one, I plan to rock a helmet, though. Scary stuff, because you never know when said technology could have a glitch or stall. You get pitched. They've been known for ejection hazards, too. Scary stuff. Even the CPSC has advised staying clear of them. So, yeah. So, I know the NMP community will be sending you positive thoughts your way, Riley. Hoping for the best. Hoping for a speedy recovery for your brother. It's not going to be easy. And hopefully he gets out of this, unharmed. Hopefully he can recover soon. Scary, scary stuff. So, everyone, please send thoughts his way. Fellow listener, fellow skateboarder, and his brother, needs the support right now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you next week.